Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Pastrami Nation podcast. My name is Nolan Smith, and joining me today, well, let's go ahead and go with fellow Pastrami Nation co-creator, Jason Smith.
Hi, everybody. How you doing?
And we also have Pastrami Nation's very own, Eddie Aguirre. Yay, Eddie! I actually called you by Aguirre this time. Sorry. Last time I was all proper, but that won't happen again.
Aguirre is funny. Don't need the proper.
And then we have longtime Pastrami Nation reviewer, reporter, and just all-around good guy. We have Kevin Hoskinson.
Hey, everyone.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey.
So, guys, of course, we want to thank you for joining us on this podcast. You do have a chance to win 2 prizes today. We are giving away. First, Eddie has something. He has, boom, a Pastrami Nation meal, courtesy of Apollo Burger in Victorville.
The whole meal.
Just had them for dinner.
Yeah, that is the whole meal. The Pastrami Nation sandwich was something that was created with Jason, Eddie, and Victor over at Apollo Burger. Thank you to Apollo for, immortalizing us with such a cool sandwich and for just being all around awesome people. Thank you so much.
Great guys.
Yes,
Great
thank you.
people,
Great sandwich, huge sandwich, very
The
meaty.
monster, yeah. It's delicious.
Yeah, so you can win a Pastrami Nation meal, and you also have a chance of winning a $10 gift card to Linebreakers comicbooksurplus.com. So you could either win food, you could win something to buy comics or collectibles. It's a win-win either way. I mean,
Collectibles, games.
Anything your heart's content that's pop culture that can usually be found on comicbooksurplus.com.
Yeah, they got it all.
Yeah, they really do. So
If
how
they
do you
don't, they
enter?
can get it for you.
Oh, the good point. If they don't have it, they can get it for you. Talk to Denton. Talk to David. They're awesome guys. They can absolutely get it for you. The way you enter is by commenting. You can comment in a live chat. I know this is going to be premiered on YouTube, so you can live chat us. You can comment on the video, and you have until, let's see, we'll give you some time. We will say you have until 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. You have until May 28th at 8 o'clock Pacific Standard Time to leave a comment, and you'll be entered to win. So
The 28th is on Thursday.
there we go. Look at what we even gave you an extra day. We usually like to call these things on a Wednesday, but
Thursday.
looking out for you guys. Thursday. So make sure to leave a comment, interact with us, let us know, and I'll be live chatting on Sunday with you guys, so look for me in those. And hopefully we'll have our fellow Pastrami Nation crew in there as well, so we can all talk to you about this current show. So what are we talking about today, guys? First off, let's talk about Star Wars. Star Wars. So there is a Hasbro Pulse has a fan vote 2020 for the Star Wars Black Series. The Black Series is a 6-inch, highly detailed action figure line. It's like their flagship line for Star Wars figures.
It's like they're in scale with Marvel Legends.
There we go. Yeah. And they keep getting better. So they put up a fan vote that ends on May 29th. So they're looking to see who wins this. Some of these figures have been done before, so you would be getting redone versions of these characters. So let me tell you right now. Mm-hmm. So we have Jango Fett. You have Jyn Erso from Rogue One. You have Clone Commander Cody, which I'm pretty sure he had a figure not that long ago. This one, the name kind of throws me off on this. You have Princess Leia Organa.
Right.
Hutt Slayer.
The Hutt Slayer.
They're not calling her Slave Leia.
Nope.
But it's Slave Leia.
But she's
going to run around in that outfit and kill other Hutts? That'd be awesome.
But as you remember, that figure, when it came out, it wasn't the best sculpt. So I can understand why they wanted to put that, in the running. You have a 501st Clone Commander, with the blue stripe. You have Obi-Wan Kenobi from Revenge of the Sith. You have one of my favorite Jedis, Qui-Gon Jinn. You have Greedo. Ashoka. You have Ashoka Tano from, of course, Clone Wars. Yeah. And then their last one would be another Princess Leia, but Bush gear. So the gear, the helmet. The Jason, what does she say?
She says,
Yeah,
the
that's
person
what she
said
says.
to Han Solo in that movie.
Yeah. She's holding the detonator.
Because
She's holding a thermal detonator.
There
And
you
Boba
go.
Fett went,
It's the best thing he did in the whole movie because then that big pit just killed him.
well, all the action he really did.
Mm-hmm.
Other than
So-
Darth Vader, he's worth nothing to me dead.
Well, that was pretty cool though. That was look at Eddie's like, but that was pretty cool. So out of this list, let's go one by one. Who would you guys pick? Anybody want to go first?
I'll jump in.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, well, it depends on the accessories, really. Like, if the Jango Fett has a removable head, then he gets my vote, you know? Just like if Greedo has a hole blasted through him, then he gets my vote.
So you're saying either Django or Greedo, depending on their
Both
their
on
accessories.
Depending on where it's headed, you know?
him.
I see what you did there. Yeah. Who's next?
I will go next.
All right.
My
Eddie.
first one, I am a bounty hunter fan, so I say Greedo, even though he didn't make it that long in the whole trilogy, not even through Star Wars that much. But
Right.
I like Greedo, and the second one is the voice. Jason, do the voice.
Oh,
I love that character. I love the costume. That was a very unique thing they did there, and I kind of like that. It was either that or Django. But
Good
I like
choices.
that
Good choices. Kevin, what about you?
I've grown into a huge Ashoka Tano fan. She's one of my favorites now. After watching the show with my son, Clone Wars, I think she's awesome. I would love to see her get a figure of her. My son, we actually had this conversation earlier. We looked at the site. He wanted to vote. He's going for Commander Cody. He's a huge Commander Cody fan. So, yeah, those are our two picks, Commander Cody and Ashoka.
I
Love
like
them.
those picks. Those
Yeah.
are good picks.
I think that
Yeah.
Cody needs to come with Obi-Wan's lightsaber
And a hologram.
Yeah.
hologram.
Yeah. I would say a Jango Fett if the head came off, because I think that would be really cool. And also just because I really like the character, I'd say Qui-Gon Jinn. He just had that classic.
A hole through him too.
Well, there we go. He has to have. He could have an alternate torso. But yeah, he's just such a cool Jedi, and it's Liam Neeson as a Jedi. So.
Although I do love the idea of a super articulated Hutt Slayer Leia.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure a lot of people would love to get that. I mean, it's.
I'm curious to see what that looks like. I'm really curious to see what that looks like, and if they can get her features in, that'd be cool.
Right. Absolutely. And if you're watching this right now, drop a comment. Let us know, who are you voting for in that Star Wars vote. Make sure you head over to fanvote.hasbropulse.com to vote. But let us know who you're voting for so we can, agree, disagree, agree to disagree, all that fun stuff.
Do you know how many has Hasbro done this in the past with their other Black Series?
They have. They have done the vote before. They've done this for Star Wars and for Marvel Legends. I was surprised the Marvel Legend one did. Yeah, I thought a Marvel Legend vote would have happened today. Instead, we just got a whole bunch of reveals.
And they've everything's been made though, right? Everything that's been like on the voting table eventually gets made.
Yeah, absolutely. So I think what we're seeing is just who's going to be next up. I imagine you'll see a Hutt Slayer Leia. You'll definitely see the Bush Gear Leia. You can't go wrong with clones. I mean, whether it's 501st or Clone Commander Cody, it's clones. And Jango Fett, I mean, he wasn't the best character, but he looks like Boba Fett. So,
well, he had more parts than Boba Fett.
Yeah, I mean, no bounty hunter is as good as the Mando from the Mandalorian. Now, he just kind of took the cake.
Yeah.
But let us know who you're voting for, and make sure you go vote. Make your vote known. So let's go ahead and jump into that next topic. So this week marked the first week that comic books shipped to comic stores again since the start of this COVID-19 pandemic. Yeah, I'm pretty excited for it. I know it was a small load this week because, of course, everybody's trying to get back into it. But there are some really good books that dropped. Let me drop some names out there, see if anything pops into you guys' head. So for one, Year Zero, #1 from AWA. It was the best-selling book so far this week when I talked to Denton Heath from Linebreakers earlier. It's from Ben Percy, writer of Wolverine, and from Ramon Rosales, Star Wars Age of Resistance artist. So when it has a Mike Diodato cover.
Mike Diodato.
Yeah, he did the cover B. That's the only one available still on Linebreakers. The other one is completely sold out. So that dropped this week. You had Year of the Villain, Hell Arisen #3, the third print. So if you missed out on the first two, you got that one. Hellfighter Quinn from Mad Cave Studios, which I did a review on before COVID hit. So it is a really good book. I recommend checking it out. One that really popped up to me, and I don't like to swear very much on here, but Cat Shit 1 from Antarctic Press really jumped out at me. And it's a Vietnam retelling, but using like animals, bunnies and kitties and stuff like that.
Sounds very interesting.
It was a massive
really cool.
hit. Yeah, it was a massive hit as a manga out in Japan. So much that they've made all these different merchandisings and whatnot for this. So Antarctica was able to grab this and make it into single issues. So this is the first issue breaking down the story. First time it's ever been presented as a comic too, because it was a manga before. So I think that might be a sleeper hit that nobody's really thinking about. And I would recommend it. Scout dropped their Kira Alien Jungle Girl #1, which is part of their nonstop line. So they give you issue 1, and then the next one is just the trade. So it's kind of like you get your little sample of it, and then if you like it, boom, trade. And then one that came out that I wonder how it's going to fare is Ludocrats. Ludocrats #1 from Image Comics. This book was pushed massively before COVID, and then COVID hit. And everything got delayed. So I'm wondering how it's going to fare because, as we know, everybody's minds have been everywhere. Does anybody remember the marketing? Does anybody remember Ludocrats?
Yeah. Speaking of which, so let's say people don't know that these books are out this week or don't even know that they're being released. Does it give them a chance to order them, or do they have to wait for a second wave?
Well, right now, like if you were to go onto comicbooksurplus.com, there are still some copies available right now. Like I clicked on, I'm going to say it, the title again. It's so fun to say. Cat Shit 1, #1. And right now there's 4 copies left. So versus Year Zero, cover B, there is 1. So I think people are responding to comics hitting again because we haven't had anything new. We've all been probably reading our old comics and our trades and whatever we can that way. So just to have it again. Have you guys picked up anything this week or anything you're looking at picking up?
I haven't, honestly. I've been trying to finish some blank covers.
And I know you got your blank to pick up too, right?
Yeah,
So,
the Exo Manowar, yes.
Exo Manowar, yeah, from Valiant. What about you, Eddie? I know that you're a frequent customer.
I didn't get anything in this week.
That shocks me.
Yeah, I didn't. Not this week. Last week I did, but there was stuff that was already out, and my wife got a couple in, but then she's just been waiting to get them in. She got 4 books, but 2 of them are not reprints, but like cover A, cover B.
Gotcha.
But, yeah, nothing that you had nothing that you had just read or that you had just spoke about.
And it is a small group right now. It's a real small group because this is just that first wave that hit. Kevin, anything that you're currently reading, anything that you're looking forward to coming back into comic shops?
There's a lot, but I honestly can't think of it. It's been so long since I've been into a comic shop that like my brain is, like you mentioned earlier, I'm just so like I don't even know what's out there right now. Like the second I walk in there, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that one. This is all I needed. But honestly,
that was me on the website. Yeah, I was looking like, oh, that's out and that's out. Just click, click, click.
Exactly. So I don't know what's going on with how they're rolling them all out again. What's coming out when is
we had talked about Year of the Villain also, right? Year of the Villain.
Year of the Villain. Let's see if anything came out for that. I see Deceased came out. Some Deceased things came out. Deceased Unkillables. Mm-hmm. Joker, Harley Quinn. More Joker, Harley Quinn. Metal Men #6. For any of you Metal Men fans out there.
That's me.
I was going to say, I know you ordered Metal Men before. That's why I threw it out there.
I don't know if I got that one yet.
Superman's Pell, Jimmy Olsen. You got some Star Wars stuff that came in. Star Wars Adventures Clone Wars #1 came out this week. And oddly enough, the Clone Wars animated books actually come through IDW instead of Marvel, which is I always found weird, but it's from IDW. So that came out. Something is Killing the Children. 25 copy incentive, which is a tremendous series. Really.
Yeah, that's one I need to read too. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's super good.
I should have had that book on my pull, but I didn't see it on. So and I did see it on the list.
So I have to check on that. Make sure you get that one. You don't want to miss out on
book
that.
Number 6, wasn't it? Book number 6.
Book number 6. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Unsacred. I don't know if you buy those, Eddie.
That's what Jessica just got. She got 2 of the covers for Unsacred.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 covers that hit for Unsacred, and they look really cool. Oh, and then Resistance came out, the black and white cover for Resistance #1. It sold out on there, but of course I ordered mine. And you can always set up a pull list and order yours too. So, make sure if you're out of the area, comicbooksurplus.com, they can take care of you that way. If you're in the area, hit up Linebreakers, and Denton will help you and set it up and get it all taken care of. Denton was going to join us today. Something came up. We are hoping to get him on another show because we always love talking to Denton and his such proper humor.
His hatred for Star Wars is
and his hatred for Star Wars. Yeah, he would hate me wearing this shirt.
I have a feeling we're going to be seeing more of Denton.
Yeah, I agree. You're like a bad penny. All right, so let's jump into, before we jump into the third topic, again, leave your comments. That is how you enter to win. You can win a Pastrami Nation meal from Apollo Burger, which is the big, massive Pastrami Nation sandwich, and fries. And there's a certificate right there. So we will get that mailed to you, or you can win a $10 e-gift card to Linebreakers Comic Book Surplus.
Hit the subscribe button.
There you go. And, it might be where Eddie's pointing right now. It just might be.
I don't want to go where Eddie's pointing. They're glad I'm sitting on top of him.
But Eddie is right. Hit subscribe so that way you can see. Because sometimes we have just dropped, just secret videos just dropped. Me, Eddie, and Kevin recorded a podcast just out of nowhere once and just put it up on YouTube. So make sure you subscribe so you get those alerts, because usually when we do a podcast, we are giving away something. Yeah, Poopery podcast. Yeah.
Yep. There's going to be a lot more podcasts that we're doing, especially during this quarantine, and a lot more things that we have, Pastrami Nation has put together. So hit the subscribe button. Don't miss out on any of the podcasts. Don't miss out on any of the interviews, anything that we're doing.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of content coming, a lot of cool original things happening, and you want to make sure you're there. You want to hear it, you want to see it, you want to read it. So make sure. So subscribe, find us on social media. But let's keep going to that last topic. I'm going to toss this one to Eddie so we can talk about the boxer of all boxers, Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson, is he coming back? If you haven't seen him on YouTube or haven't seen him on some podcasts, take a look at Mike Tyson. He is coming back. They announced his comeback out of retirement just recently. They have him on some of the podcasts, some other YouTube videos, actually practicing, sparring. he can still hit. He can still. He has speed. He can. He looks tremendously well to be a boxer.
Would you fight him, Eddie?
No, I'd never fight Mike Tyson. I wouldn't even say anything threatening to him if I ran into him. A solid punch from him. I think he could still knock people out. He could still do that.
Yeah.
Apparently, Evander Holyfield was talking about coming out of retirement. Mike Tyson agreed to come out of retirement. And the announcement today, or actually 2 days ago, was Biggs. He wants to fight Mike Tyson, and they want to do a promotional fight. And what do you guys think?
Is he too old?
Is he too old? Do I think he's too old? I think he's too old to fight Biggs.
What do you guys think?
I mean, he's Mike Tyson, man. I don't know if there's such a thing as too old with Mike Tyson. I think eventually he's going to get there, but it's like I wouldn't fight him. I wouldn't even attempt to fight him.
I think he's got another fight in him. I don't know if it's that fight.
One, yeah.
But
yeah.
Actually, the fight I would like to see is Evander Holyfield. The trilogy, the third fight, especially after the last fight, what happened after the last fight. I would like to see that. They're somewhat friends now, but I would like.
They've been training together, haven't they? Like I thought I saw. Yeah, they were training together. But the training videos that you sent me, Eddie, like I mean, it looks insane. Like his punches,
his speed is crazy at his age. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Briggs is 48. Mike Tyson's 53. Briggs had 58 fights, 68 fights. Mike Tyson has 58 fights. Mike Tyson, just before he retired, he lost twice. Just before he retired. So they both have the same amount of losses. Knockouts, Briggs has 53. Mike Tyson has 44. But can you guys remember what's your favorite knockout for Mike Tyson? Do you remember his knockouts? Do you remember him knocking people out in the first round, second round? I mean, knocking people out where they were just unconsciously lying on the floor. He was the greatest boxer at that time.
Right.
He still is one of the greatest boxers of all times. And you can never forget the knockouts. That's what he was well known for, knocking people the fuck out.
I think he knocked Jason off the podcast because
apparently so.
Jason, what happened, brother?
Mike Tyson. You don't mess with that guy.
What do you think, Kevin? You a boxing fan?
You know what? To be honest, I'm not a huge sports guy in general. Boxing, and of course I know who Mike Tyson is. Like everyone knows who Mike Tyson is. I know you don't mess with Mike Tyson. I've seen a few of his fights.
You saw him in The Hangover?
I've seen him in The Hangover, of course. You know, I watched what was that? He had that cartoon on for a while, the Mike Tyson Adventures.
Mike Tyson Mysteries, yeah.
Mysteries, yes, that was amazing. I think I still think he's got at least one or two more fights in him. I know he's going to do what he needs to do to get those fights, and I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Don't let the jokes of Mike Tyson, don't let that fool you. Mike Tyson's a very intelligent person.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah, I've heard him talk and stuff, like in interviews and stuff, and he genuinely does seem like a really smart, really nice, like.
If you ever wanted to know about Mike Tyson and see him, watch the Undisputed Truth. It's a documentary where he stands up, kind of like the Beast Boys video that we just seen.
Oh yeah,
the documentary where he stands up and he's in front of the screen and he's describing his life, describing his fights, describing his knockouts, describing his drug abuse.
I'll definitely check that out.
His drug addictions, and that's a very interesting documentary because you see a real settled side of Mike Tyson and a different side of Mike Tyson. Everyone knows of him as an animal. No, Mike Tyson pretty much settled down, and when he did that documentary, that was pretty cool. He was nominated for several awards. I know he won a couple of awards. They weren't big ones. They weren't like Emmys, but he wrote it and produced it. So he's a writer and producer.
That's awesome.
Too. So
Definitely have to check that out.
But
So,
the
guys, let us
boxers,
know what you think about that. Let us know if you think Mike Tyson should be coming back, especially for this match, and if this is something he can do. Just let us know your comments. Drop them in the comments below. Let us know. And, of course, those comments enter you to win a Pastrami Nation combo from Apollo Burger or a $10 gift card. And Eddie has that certificate. I know he does. Boom. There it is. Or a $10 gift certificate to comicbooksurplus.com, the online home for Linebreakers. Linebreakers is virtually behind me. Not literally, but virtually.
continue to support your local businesses, Linebreakers, Apollo Burgers, any of the mom pop shop stores that we could support them.
Right.
They're doing a
Yeah.
very good job keeping open and trying to stay safe while this quarantine is going on through COVID-19. So support the local
Absolutely.
businesses.
Absolutely. And, I know it seems like we might be pulling out of this COVID thing soon, but the damage has been done for a lot of people. So help out, support, do what you can. We don't want to see anybody fold, because this is not anybody's fault here. This just came out of nowhere. So please support them. Hey, it looks like we have a visitor. Let's see. Let's see if he is able to jump on.
Oh
Hey.
my God.
Hey. He's connecting his audio. Can you hear us, Jason?
I would like to know his thoughts. I would like to hear what he has to say.
Jason, can you hear us? We can't. You're on mute. You have to click the little microphone. It's on mute. We can't hear you. Can't hear you. Mike. Yeah, there you go. Talk.
Hi.
Hey.
I fell on a
So we lost you for a little bit. We thought Mike Tyson kind of virtually knocked you off the podcast.
No, there's a black hole over here, and I fell in it.
Well, but we would like to know. We'd like to know your thoughts on Mike Tyson, on him coming back. What do you think?
I like the guy. I always liked Mike Tyson. Every time when I was growing up, that was always the big boxer that there was to beat, and Mike Tyson's punch-out had a lot to do with it too. But then seeing him in real life, seeing him knock people out was just like, wow, this guy's.
Eddie brought up favorite knockout from Mike Tyson.
Ooh, not Riddick Bowe. Somebody else. He knocked him out like in. Who was that? He knocked him out in 3 seconds within the fight starting.
Oh wow.
Was it?
Yeah, it was like
Which
less than a minute. His name is I think his name is Bo, but it's not Riddick Bowe. It's Bo something.
Riddick Bowe. Riddick Bowe.
Is it Riddick?
Riddick Bowe. Yes.
So yeah, Mike might be making that comeback. So would you be for it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, we were just wrapping up that. Before we leave, I do want to bring up something, and I want to close with it because it's kind of a sad thing to bring up, of course. So Shad Gaspard, former WWE wrestler, he passed away this week. He went out into a Southern California beach with his son on the weekend, and they got caught in the tide. And when the lifeguards came to get them, he told them, take my son first. So they took his son, and Shad went under, and he was missing for days. And unfortunately, a few days after, they located the body. So it's a tremendous loss. He's such a young guy, 39 years old, really awesome guy. Me and Jason have had the opportunity to meet Shad and his tag team partner, JTG. Before.
Really cool guys. They were just kind of hanging out there, and we were like, hey, they just
crime time. Yeah. And actually, Shad just wrapped up writing a comic book with Scout Comics called Assassin and Son. He co-wrote it with former WWE superstar Muhammad Hassan. So the book hasn't been released yet. I would say please support Shad and his work. When that book comes out, order it through Linebreakers, order it through, whatever you can. And also, there is a tribute T-shirt on ProWrestlingTees.com right now, and all the profits made from that goes directly toward the Gaspard family. And it says like real heroes don't always wear capes. Some wear Timbs, and it shows that like a Timberland's boots sitting there. So make sure you check that out. And yeah, I just want to definitely put out our heartfelt condolences to the Gaspard family for that tragic loss. It's just such a shame. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so just wanted to definitely bring that up. Guys, we want to thank you once again for joining us for this podcast. As Eddie said, we have a lot more coming up in the pipeline. You'll see a lot more content from us. We'll see a lot more video, audio, just everything, articles, everything. Pastrami Nation is going to hit you from every corner. So
Eddie doing a food challenge.
Yeah, Eddie's going to be doing a food challenge. Yeah, he's
by myself in quarantine.
Quarantine food challenge.
You're gonna do a quarantined one.
I heard he wants to take on Natter in a food challenge in quarantine. Yeah.
Cool. We'll make it happen.
Me and Natter could go at it.
Cool. Natter would waste you, but we'll do it. He'll give you the senior citizen discount. So.
Get the senior version of the Funny Farm Challenge.
It's like a slider.
With or without the dentures.
On some soft biscuits.
With oatmeal.
On soft biscuits.
Dang it, Eddie! You're adding to it.
I can do it. I can.
If Jason couldn't do it, I don't know.
I'm gonna call you out on that. 20 minutes.
I don't know. Jason disappointed me. I was, Jason.
Hey, you guys heard it here live. Eddie Aguirre is going to finish the Funny Farm Challenge
at Apollo.
I'll take you
All right. We'll make it happen. All right, guys. So
leave your
I want to thank all of you, of course, for joining us. Kevin, Eddie, Jason, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure to have you guys, on and just talk about, pop culture. So thank you. And again, yes, leave your comments. You have until Thursday.
Say who you voted for. If you voted for the Hasbro Star Wars Black Edition, and also let us know what your favorite knockouts for Mike Tyson are.
Yeah, and if you're looking forward to any, comic books that hit this week or coming out next week, let us know what those books are. Maybe we need to add them to our pull list. So let us know. So I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Signing off, this is Nolan Smith.
Jason Smith.
Eddie Aguirre.
Kevin Hoskinson.
Make sure you visit PastramiNation.com.
See you guys.
See ya.
Hey, guys.